Yesterday, before the end of the day, we had a brief lecture about homophones. I simply gave you the definition and I asked that you went home last night and you tried to memorize it so somebody could best explain it for us today. So, who remembers the definition well enough to tell the entire class and refresh all of our memories?
Two words that sound the same but that are spelled different?
Very close. It can actually be two or more words that are not spelled the same, that sound the same, that have a different meaning. Okay? So, for today's lesson, I'm going to be giving you some examples. I'm going to be having you help me with some examples, and then by the end of this discussion and lecture, you guys are going to know all about homophones, and you'll be able to comprehend which spelling you need for the word that you're trying to incorporate into whatever it is that you're doing. The reason why homophones are very important is for when you're writing letters, things like that, when you're even just talking in conversation. So I'll explain that more as soon as we get done with this first one. Our first set of homophones today is close. We have C-L-O-S-E spelling of close, and then we also have C-L-O-T-H-E-S spelling of close. Now, these are two words that sound the exact same, but they've got two different things about them. They've got a different meaning, and they've got a different spelling. For this close, it's kind of an action, okay? It's kind of an action. It's a verb. So, a lot of the times we close things. So, for example, we're going to open the door, but then we're going to close the door. See? So, for a sentence, if you were given to write this in a sentence, you would say, please close the door. The store is closed if you wanted to add the D to the end of it. But you understand. For this type of close, the definition is clothes. The clothes that we wear. Clothes you buy, clothes you wear. So the perfect sentence for this one is, what size of clothes do you wear? And that way whoever's asking can go shopping for you or what have you. Now, the reason why homophones are so important is because if you were to write your grandparents a letter and say they had asked you what you wanted for Christmas and you wanted clothes, and you were to write to them and say, Grandma and Grandpa, I would really, really like some clothes for Christmas. Well, if you spell it C-L-O-S-E, they'll be reading clothes, but they won't really be thinking of the clothes that you wear because of how it's spelled. They're going to say, what are C-L-O-S-Es? What are clothes? What are those kind of clothes? So it's very important to be able to distinguish between the homophone spellings, and even though their sounding sounds the same, you need to be able to distinguish which form to use based on their spellings, and you need to be able to apply it the correct way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to look at a couple more examples. Okay, for this one, we have the word toe. We have two words that sound the same, completely different definitions, spelled differently as well. For T-O-E, who can tell me what that is? What's a T-O-E?
A toe.
A toe, very good. And what's a T-O-W? Does anybody know what that kind of a toe is?
A tow truck.
Very good, a tow truck. So, if this is a toe and this is a toe and the T-O-E form is your toe, you could say, ouch, I stubbed my toe yesterday. For the T-O-W form, you could say, I saw the tow truck at the hobby garage today. Or, we had to get our car towed because the tire was flat. You understand. A lot of these you can add the EDs to. I'm just saying that to give you an example. So we've got toe figured out. I'm going to show you another example that's just a little bit trickier than these ones. And you'll see why in just a second. The word buy. There is the B-Y, the B-Y-E, and the B-U-Y spelling of buy. 3 homophones in this set. Somebody tell me what the B-Y means. Don't tell me what it means, but what kind of a sentence would you use with the BY version in it? Somebody apply this one to a sentence for me.
I am sitting by the window.
Very good. You're sitting by the window. You are by something. You are BY. Another version of the spelling for a sentence could be this book was written by, and then whoever the author is. Okay? Who wants to give me a sentence for the BYE?
Say bye to someone.
Saying bye to someone. You could say, I had to tell my sister bye yesterday. Very good job, guys. Now, how about the BUY version? What is that?
To walk by something.
No. To walk by something would be the BY version. What we discussed for the first set, for the first word. But the BUY version, what do you do when you buy something? What do you do when you buy
I'm going
something?
to go buy some clothes with the money I got for my birthday.
Very good. You're going to go buy something. So this is to be walking by, sitting by, standing by, any of that. This is for the buy. The book was by this author. This is the goodbye, BYE, and BUY is to purchase something, to go and buy something, to give money to another person, to get more belongings. Now, for the last example I'm going to do with you, and then you're going to get your assignments, is the word here. Somebody define homophones one more time so we can make sure everybody's getting the hang of this.
Words that sound the same but have different spellings and definitions.
Very good. That is perfect. Just like Mandy said, words that sound the same, have different spellings, and different definitions. They can be used in a completely different type of sentence. So you guys are doing very good today. For here and here. For HERE, what does that mean? Put that into a sentence for me, please, Kayla.
Please come here.
Very good. Please come here. This is a form of, I guess you could say a place, if you will, because school is here. So here is wherever you are at that exact moment in time. Okay? How about the HER version of here?
You hear with your ears.
You hear with your ears. You guys are doing awesome. So, someone tell me again, why is it important to understand what homophones are? Why will you need them in your real life?
You want to make sure you spell them the proper way so you don't confuse someone if you're writing them a letter or on homework. If you put the wrong word, you don't want to be confused.
That's a fabulous answer. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. You guys have done so good today. All right, and now I'm going to pass out your assignments. Well, your assignment. This is your Using Homophones assignment. I want you to be able to complete all 10 of these. We're going to do one together, so I guess all 9 of these. And I want you to get 7 out of 9 right, since we're going to be doing one together. I want you to be able to get 7 out of 9 right. I'm going to give you about 20 minutes to do this. No working in pairs, just by yourselves. You guys are going to do great on this, but we're going to work on one together before we end the day. There you go. Don't forget to put your names at the top, please. I won't know whose work it is if you don't. Using homophones. What one would you guys like to do together? Pick a number, any number.
7.
7? Okay. Grandmother taught me to knead bread blank. A female deer is called a blank. Well, what's a kind of bread that you need? Pick from the list of your list of homophone sets on the side.
Dough and dough.
Very good. Now, who can tell me what spelling goes with the grandmother taught me to knead bread dough?
DOUGH.
Very great. You guys are doing so awesome. And since there's only one left, a female deer is called a
DOE.
DOE, dough. All right, guys, I'm very proud of you today. Don't forget, I'm going to give you about 20 minutes to do this assignment. I want you to get 7 out of 9 correct. And you guys have done awesome today. Thank you so much.